Montreal.
Thank you.
I am so excited to see you perform again for like the third time. What are your plans for today? Are you just performing and you're leaving, or are you going to see someone else today?
Yeah, I hope to catch Robert Glasper later.
Yeah.
But basically just getting ready all day and then going to the site and seeing what happens. Yeah.
Amazing. How do you feel about hotel breakfast?
You know, I didn't wake up early enough to take advantage. This is how I feel. They don't go late enough for me.
Agree.
It's like 6 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. What am I supposed to do within that time frame? I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Unless, like, I guess there's a lot of, like, travel times where we have to wake up earlier, and that's cool. But hotel breakfast in Europe, far superior. I'm not trying to sound like a snob of life. But, like, hotel breakfast in, like, middle America or whatever, that can be really strange.
Really?
It's just like a pastry in a bag, but it's like, the bag is, like, wet.
Ew.
You know?
Okay. My opinion is that I feel like if, like, you get, like, a warm, like, egg, sausage, ham, all that fun stuff, like, it's great.
Yeah.
But usually it's just, like, yogurt, cereal, like, a croissant. Like, it's, like, it's not a full breakfast, I find. It's just a little snack. Yeah. The stage you're playing today is huge. Have you seen it at all?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, my band went last night to check it out while I was resting, and they took a picture of it and sent it to me, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. I'm very into it, though. Very fun.
There's even, like, some people, like, on the side where the metro is, like, standing up to, like, avoid the crowd. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's going to be very fun.
Do you still get stage fright at all?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I'm always a bit nervous.
Yeah.
And some more than others, but, like, some shows more than others. But, yeah, I always have some healthy nerves, for sure.
What do you do to, like, de-nerve yourself?
I mean, I have, like, a warm-up routine I do. Just, like, getting ready for the show is kind of like my little meditative moments, and then try to channel those nerves into, like, actually just doing the show and making it as best as I can, because I guess nerves means you care.
Yeah. Do you ever have moments on stage where you're like, oh my god, like, do you ever, like, have, like, what is the word? Not dehumanizing, but just, like, the, like, oh, like, I'm not really here, like, sort of, like, zoning out
like
on
disassociative
stage? Yes, exactly.
like, things. Yeah, I feel like there are times where I definitely go up there and don't even really understand what I'm doing, but it's just happening. Try to be as present as possible. I mean, definitely performing and being on stage is one of the only times where I feel like all the noise is, like, quieted in my mind. So, yeah.
You've been in Montreal for, like, quite a few times. Do you have spots that you always revisit in Montreal, or do you not have enough time to, like, explore?
Well, I was in a band before starting this solo project, and half the members lived in Montreal, so I would be here all the time, just kind of checking out my favorite haunts, but, like, also just spending a lot of time recording here. But I haven't been back that consistently as much lately, and whenever I am back, I'm kind of just, like, dipping in, dipping out. So my favorite places to go would just be, like, my friends' houses.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's, like, something super nostalgic about just, like, areas that your friends live in, I feel.
Like Parc La Fontaine, I would love to go to, and, like, I mean, my favorite bar was Snack and Blues, R.I.P. I feel like that bar no longer exists, but it was a bar where they would, like, give you snacks, which I feel like in a post-COVID world, like, or in a, like, COVID still exists, but in a post-pandemic lockdown world, the, like, open snacks is maybe not something that feels as cute as it used to. Yeah.
It should be, though. I feel like just, like, there's a Rainbow Bistro in Ottawa that gives out, like, free popcorn. I feel like more venues should do that. Like, that's not a thing anymore.
Oh, I love a free snack.
Yeah.
But that one, Snack and Blues, went to the point where, like, you were basically sharing, like, a bowl of chips and salsa with, like, random people you didn't know. And that is, like, a little... Like, that takes it to another level, I think, that is not necessary right now. But, like, at the time, oh, my gosh, I had so much fun there.
Yeah, especially if double dipping is a thing with, like, someone you don't know.
You just don't know. And you can't guarantee that The person to your right or your left is not gonna like lick their fingers and
Oh my god, so true. You are a super, super big fan of fashion, especially on stage. Have you visited any Montreal thrift stores, or do you have favorites?
I definitely have, but I don't remember
Okay.
any of their names.
Do you remember any finds that you found in Montreal?
So I watch The Real Housewives.
Okay.
And this is so niche, but like there's The Real Housewives of New York, and there was this big controversy for a while about this. One of the housewives, Luann, wore a Giovanni dress, and Dorinda kind of hooked up the Giovanni hookup, the designer. His name was Giovanni. And it was this big thing where like Luann was doing a show and Dorinda was in the audience being like, Giovanni! Thank Giovanni! And it was this huge controversy. And then I went to a thrift store in Montreal and I saw a Giovanni dress, and I bought it just because it was Giovanni. And then I never wore it. And then I ended up revamping
it?
Well, no, I ended up like having a garage sale and putting it in my garage sale. Sorry, okay. I was like basically a reseller by accident, but like I got a Giovanni dress.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
But I'm like, yeah, I've gotten so many good things over the years here at thrift stores, and yeah, totally.
I feel like just like Saint Laurent Street is just like thrift stores,
but
sometimes they could be insane where they're selling like a plain like yellow t-shirt for like $50. I find it crazy.
See, that's not as cute.
Yeah.
No.
I agree. I mean, your new singles were made in Montreal, or a part of it?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
So a producer that I work with and collaborate with often, and who lives here in Montreal, his name is Marcus Paquet, and we wrote the last two singles that I put out, Get to You and Stay Forever, together. And then now there's another single coming out with kind of the EP package of those songs called Open Swim that's coming out July 17th. And that is all written with him, and he produced it also. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and his house is somewhere that I go to whenever I'm here usually, but I'm not really able to this time because it's a pretty quick trip. But yeah.
Amazing. I am so excited for this new Begonia era.
Thanks.
In 3 words, what would you describe this new project with?
I guess like it's an extension, I think. It's not necessarily like I don't see it as a fully new era. It feels a bit like an extension of Powder Blue era in a way.
Like a side street. Yeah,
like some of those songs were written kind of around the same time, but just didn't necessarily feel like they fit completely on the album. So it's not necessarily a B-sides album. It's somewhere in between where it's like a halfway to a new era. I feel like the new era is still kind of being sculpted in the background. So I'm still just chunky, funky, and spunky. That's the 3 words that I
love it.
Describe.
I love a good rhyme too.
You know?
Yeah.
When it goes together. Whether or not I really feel completely associated with those words, once I start saying them, it just feels like it's my mantra.
Yeah. Amazing. What was the first concert you've ever attended?
Oh my gosh. Probably some concert in a church.
Okay.
Maybe it was Starfield, just like basically like a worship band that would tour churches. That was kind of like a boy band, like the equivalent of like a boy band.
Okay, but for church.
People.
Amazing.
Yeah, totally.
Have you mastered the art of packing for tour?
Oh, no, never. No, I've been doing it for like over 15 years. It's like I can't, like as you can see, you can't see it in this context, but you, Sarah, can see it. My bag is overflowing with items at the moment. It is difficult for me. I always, and especially if like we drove, so then I'm able to take so much more stuff. But when we're flying, doing a lot of flyouts this summer, then it's like, oh my gosh, I have to weigh my bag. It just never feels easier. I always have a list, and I look to it, and I'm like, why does it feel like I forget? Every time how to do this. I should know better by now.
Is there something like you always forget no matter what?
No,
Okay.
it's different
At
things
least.
every time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different things every
I
time.
can't tell if that's better or worse.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
And I feel like I heard that rolling clothes fits better in your luggage, but you especially with like all the dresses that you wear and stuff, I don't feel like that's the best option.
I roll my purse like my everyday clothes, but for
Okay.
dresses, like I usually keep them in a garment bag.
Makes
But
more
then
sense.
also sometimes it's like very cumbersome to be traveling around the world with the garment bag like attached to you. Like it feels very like there's a lot going on.
Of course. What are your tour must not haves?
Definitely no complainers.
Yeah.
No, you're allowed to be complaining sometimes, but you know, you just gotta try to keep a positive attitude as much as you can, or at least an attitude of humor as much as you can. Comfortable shoes are a definite yes. So if you're not bringing comfortable shoes, you are silly.
Yeah.
More like a definite no. It's more like forgetting to bring comfortable clothes as well, because sometimes when I'm packing for tour, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be cute every day. I'm gonna wear the cutest outfits every day, and then all I want to do is wear the same overalls or the same sweats like every day when I'm not on stage. It's like stage is full glam, and then off stage is like full just like everything as comfortable as possible.
Sometimes it's like you gotta do it for the look, but at the end of the day, like you gotta be comfortable.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And there's a time for the look, and there's a time for the comfort.
Exactly. Now, what keeps you grounded on tour?
My band, having good people around me, staying in touch with my mom, just trying to carve out some alone time. Also, we bring like a Nintendo Switch, so we're always playing Mario Kart. I feel like that keeps me grounded.
You gotta have your comfort games. Mine, personally, is like a Parking Mania game on my phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I have so many. Yes, okay. I want to know all about this Parking Mania game. I have one where I'm just like,
life.
I'm just like cleaning things. Like I'm basically like in a restaurant,
doing a job,
cleaning shit that I would never want to do. Like I barely like make my own bed at home, but then I'm like on this game for like 3 hours cleaning stuff. Yeah. Oh
my god, the Parking Mania game, like I'm on level like 200. Because, like, on the phone, there's more levels than the computer.
Yes, oh my gosh.
And it's, like, the way it's made is perfect. And, like, it's, like, like, you can practice driving a truck. Like, you could do anything.
Okay, well, you when this is over, I need the name. I'm always looking for new, like, just games to kind of get me through those idle times. You know, I smoked cigarettes forever, and I just quit recently, so now it's like... Thank you so much. But now it's like, okay, that was like a big comfort thing for me, like especially on tour, like to carve out my alone time to like go have a cigarette or like whatever. So now it's like, okay, I have toothpicks, that's a comfort thing, and then just like the games on my phone. Like just like something to keep my fingers busy.
100%. I feel you. And last question, who are your favorite artists or bands right now?
Right now, I've been listening to a lot of McGee, like MK.GEE, which I'm
he recently blew up too. Like,
totally,
massive.
And I feel like I was like one of the bandwagon hoppers for sure. I was like, listen to that a lot. Kara Jackson, I listen to a lot. I mean, like I'm more so thinking kind of newer artists, I guess. Those are two big ones for me. Like guilty pleasure wise, like on pop radio, like I mean guilty pleasure, who the fuck cares? Like Sabrina Carpenter, I'm like into that, like the pop girly essence of it all. But who, like, no, guilty pleasure, I take that back. Redacted, no. I don't know. I consume a lot of music on a daily basis, especially in the van, because we all like just like sharing music together and listening. But often when I'm not in the van, I'm listening to a lot of podcasts too. So it's like, or like audiobooks or whatever, just to, I like having idle chatter just in the background.
What kind of books do you read to?
When I'm like audiobooks and stuff, often like autobiographies or like things like that. Like I just listened to Julia Fox's autobiography, just like in the background. Podcasts, like I listen to Poog, which is like it's like a comedy like lifestyle podcast.
Okay,
Jacqueline
love the name
Novak
too.
and Kate Berlant. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very funny and just like just a lot of comforting like chatter.
Amazing.
And then like true crime.
100%. There's got like that's like
the thing.
books too. Like murder mysteries are the only thing that interests me because I know like the two are gonna end up together. Like it's predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or die.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. Well, it was so great talking to you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.